Hello and welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be parachuting into hell with Descent into Avernus prep, and later I might play a little bit of Dead by Daylight. I'm not quite sure yet. As always, we're listening to some Vinswept from the YouTube collection. Very enjoyable. Thank you, Judge Judy Slayer, for following. We're just getting the stream started. Let's see. We are doing D&D prep today. Open up OneNote. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, I like to do prep in a particular way. I use the, Sly Flourish Lazy Dungeon Master Guide, and it lets me set up a lot of things and have the right information prepped and not over prep, because it's very easy to fall into the trap of over prepping. So we'll start with who are the characters. Now this is my Friday game. Last time we did D&D prep, it was for my Saturday game. So we'll start new here. First up is Feyre Mistal, who is a young Aasimar cleric of Sune. She has a hard time talking about emotions. She recently saved her childhood friend from undead servitude, if not the undead part. So she recently saved her friend Bits, who was under the control of a deathlock, and had turned her into a vampire spawn. They killed the deathlock, but unfortunately her friend is still a vampire spawn. Let me see here. She has a crush on Emerald, one of the other characters in the group, an Eladrin. Her, I guess I would say adoptive parents? She was homeless until she joined the carnival, where she was basically adopted by the Beastmaster and the Ringmaster, known as Smiles and Leifa. So her adoptive parents have recently figured out that she's keeping something from them. They don't know what yet. Her secret is her death and reincarnation. See, Feyre was originally a changeling, and well, she died in a fight against a young dragon, and then everyone got really mad, and they ran day and night all the way to Thunder Tree so that they could find a druid that could cast reincarnation on her. So she came back as an Aasimar, a champion of Sune. So it's always good to go through a couple of good points about each character, who they are, things that have happened to them recently, so you kind of get into the who you're working with. So ooh, did that automatically, fancy schmancy. We have Emerald Iscari. Emerald is obviously the crush of Feyre, and he is an Eladrin from the Feywild. An Eladrin rogue / fighter. He's doing this crazy combo. He's playing the undead rogue subclass that came out as a UA that was ultimately scrapped, but he enjoys playing it, and he's also multi-classed into an Echo Knight fighter. And it's created this weird amalgamation of shadow magic, and I love it. So he is from the Feywild, and the last thing he remembers about the Feywild is escaping from the slaughter of his family by the Fey Queen Titania and her people, who are trying to unite the Seelie and the Unseelie, and against her mate Oberon's better wishes, and Oberon was murdered by her. It's a whole big deal that's probably going to be resolved after Avernus, but for this, I want to say, but again, if you are in the Troop, if you are in this campaign, go away now. I'm giving you this one option, or you will ruin this for yourself. And that's not fun. So, Emerald was gifted Undeath. This is what gives him his rogue subclass. As well as a Living Shadow from Oberon when he crosses over to the material plane. He doesn't know this. He has no idea why he has the undead past life power or his shadow from his Echo Knight. So it was given to him by Oberon in his death to possibly thwart Titania in the future, because Emerald worked for Oberon in response. So, he recently made peace with his former thief guild mate partner. He had this partner who, before the campaign began, was part of a botched robbery, and his partner went to jail, and Emerald did not. And they've run into one another here in El Terrell, the city floating in hell. Again, if you're in a Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus campaign and you don't want to be spoiled, there might be mild spoilers for Descent into Avernus. I would hate for that to happen. So, they recently reconnected in El Terrell, and to say that his friend was a little miffed at being left behind is putting it lightly. But Emerald had a good heart-to-heart with him, and ultimately his friend Thamior forgave him, if not completely, but in logic, like, he knows logically he has no reason to really be mad at him. He didn't leave him behind in the way that he's regarding it. So, let's see. He has an arch nemesis. And it is that how you spell nemesis? Well, tell me if it's wrong. Perfect. I'm assuming that's right. He has an arch nemesis. Is the Fey Lord Reynard the Fox. They've crossed paths a few times. Emerald found a magical artifact dagger, the dagger of Aaron Darkness, of the Queen of Aaron Darkness. It's Titania's sister's dagger, and Reynard wanted it and killed many citizens to get it in the middle of a siege on Phandalin. It was quite a hectic day, and Emerald has sworn vengeance against this man and wants to get his dagger back one day. And he works for Titania. He has a living shadow, who is the manifestation of the pact with Oberon. Let me see. Oh, one other thing. Previous, in the dungeon underneath Van Thamper Villa, he was captured for a while, and he was interrogated, and they used the drug known as Sight on him. Now, Sight is a drug with an infernal origin. It's actually created on the second layer of hell, Dis, by Dispater, and anyone who's who takes this drug. It's very, very addictive. And it taints them. It kind of claims them for Despater. So because he has that sight, his shadow has been sort of corrupted by Despater, and now Despater is offering him deals and such through his shadow. So his shadow is not necessarily an evil manifestation, but it's been corrupted by Despater. So his living shadow has been corrupted by Despater because of the drug Sight. I think Sight gave you True Sight for a little bit, but the cost was heavy. Okay, so third up we have Killith Owlhorn, who is a half-elf ranger. Yes, I have 2 rangers. I have 1 ranger in this campaign and 1 ranger in my Saturday campaign, which is 2 more rangers than I was expecting. So she is a ranger who has recently found and professed love to her... Oh man, I spelled professed very wrong. Professed her love to her friend and business partner, Oliver, who had been kidnapped by the Knights of the Shield. Her father worked for the Knights of the Shield. This was in her backstory for Lost Mines of Phandelver. So I had to sort of transition into Descent into Avernus. So a little overview. This campaign started in the starter kit, Lost Mines of Phandelver. I combined it with the Essentials kit, Dragon of Icespire Peak, and made a sort of amalgamation. And they did that for levels 1 through 5, and then they worked their way down to Baldur's Gate and began Descent into Avernus. So they're a little over-leveled for where they are right now, but that's fine. You can always change things up. Beef bad guys, add new bad guys, change who's there. You can always adjust. So, Killith told Oliver to stay in El Terrell because she doesn't want to see him die, and Avernus is dangerous. It was a very emotional scene. He gives her 1/2 of a pair of sending stones. It's adorable. They're going to talk every night. Love it. Killith is wielding the Shield of the Hidden Lord. The Shield of the Hidden Lord is a magical shield that sort of was the problem with Baldur's Gate. The reason why it was such a cesspool of hidden vipers is because there was this pit fiend stuck in a shield radiating evilness that was hidden in Baldur's Gate, but Killith has taken the Shield of the Hidden Lord and brought it to Avernus. It has its own agenda. It wants to be free of the shield. Now, the lore for the pit fiend that's in there, Gargoth, is pretty great. He's a pit fiend who rivaled Asmodeus. He rose through the ranks. He had this magical power to, like, eat devils and get their power. And he actually was, like, on the rise to being, like, a demigod, almost. And Asmodeus got, as Asmodeus does, and stuck him in this shield with the help of Celestials, because he was just getting too powerful. Let's see. And while her father actually died while searching for the shield, Let's go on to Amrian, no last name, a gnome artificer with, let's just say, a slight drinking problem. Oh boy. He's very inventive, designing new spells and different ways for magic to interact with tech. He's actually designed a couple of spells that he's run by me, and always, if you can, let your players have fun. Let your players try things out. Always, if they want to make up their own spells, I mean, wizards and artificers, that's kind of their deal, right? Like, that's how spells are made. That's how Melf's Acid Arrow and Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound, or whatever that dog one is called. I mean, they were spells that had to be made. So Amrian is crafting things. He runs them by me. I compare them to other spells of, the same level and see if I think it's overpowered or not. He's designed, I think, a claymore, a grenade. I mean, he's our artillerist artificer, so he's like really going in there, but he's didn't give himself overpowered, and I like that. His master was Explodenius, who is who is one of the readers of Candlekeep. He is the weapons master, I believe, of Candlekeep in Candlekeep book. And he liked to test new explosives on Amrian. Not great for him. Not great for him. He also has a bit of PTSD from seeing his entire mercenary company killed by Shengo, the young blue dragon. I named him Shengo, which I can't remember what language it's from. It has something to do with lightning. I wanted to look up lightning words to name my dragon, because it was a blue dragon, and, lightning. Oh. Fun fact for Amrian, Shengo is in Avernus now. So, he can absolutely run into Shengo again. Shengo was killed in the first 5 levels by the party, but he gave them a tough run for their money until the final fight, when they managed to drug him with carrion crawler mucus, and he fell out of the sky 90 feet, where where subsequently they just pummeled him to death. It wasn't the finest moment for my dragon, but that's okay. And then, last but not least, we have Matomi Del Torre, a centaur fighter. Yes, I have a centaur character. It's a ton of fun figuring out what to do with her big horse butt, who is against planning and for rushing straight ahead. If I had to describe Matomi in a name, I'd probably have to say Leroy Jenkins. Because, my God, this woman just... If there is too much talking going on and they're in a dungeon, she will go, I'm gonna go this way. And it's pretty great, I think. Matomi is currently affected by a madness that lasts 3 more days. Now, I do like to keep a calendar in my games. It's not too hard to keep a good calendar. I have it right here. Oh, it needs to load. I just have the calendar, and then I have, for each month, a 30-day thing where I just keep track of, wow, I wrote down a lot of stuff before I started recording things. Nowadays, it looks like this. Let's go back to the prep notes. That's the template that I use, jumping back down to session 56. God, over a year playing. That's beautiful. Now, the madness is she believes that Amrian is her good luck charm and can't do anything without him. In technical ways, basically, if she is further than 30 feet from Amrian at any time, she has disadvantage on everything. Attacks, ability checks, saving throws, she just has disadvantage. It's pretty nasty and kind of funny. Let's see. Before the campaign, Matomi attacked a man who was beating his child in the woods. Now, this man, dwarf, in fact, was the mayor of Sundabar, which is just north of the High Forest, which is where she's from, and who was killed by Matomi. The son was not happy, even though he was being beat, and the child has sworn to kill Matomi. One day this will play in. One day this will play in, and it will be beautiful. It will be wonderful. I cannot wait for that to come in. It's come into play once, where a group of centaurs who had been falsely accused of the murder hunted down Matomi to make her stand trial for her crimes, and the group subsequently murdered all of the centaurs, who were the last warriors of the tribe that lived in the High Forest. So, that's not good for them. Excuse me. What is the strong start? Sly Flourish believes that every session should start with something more than, alright, you guys wake up in the inn, what's up? What are you doing with the day? You don't really want to do that. You want to give the start of your session a nice leap. And in fact, that's where we're gonna pick up this session, with them jumping off of El Terrell into Avernus proper using homemade parachutes. So Amrian, the artificer, gathered together some tents that he had and crafted some parachutes. And it was going to be a hard roll, but the man rolled a nat 20. That's not to say that these parachutes are the best parachutes in the world. They are, however, the best ones that could be made with tents. They're gonna last. They're gonna do the job. But there has to be a little bit more challenge to this than just jumping off and gliding to the end. First off, the city is floating over the river Styx. So if anything bad happens to them and they fall straight down, they're going in the Styx. Not good. Second, if they land near where the chain connects to the land, there's this large spike that's in the ground. There's a lot of fighting between devils and undead near that spike. So that's another obstacle that can happen. So, actually, only most of them are going on parachutes. Emerald is climbing down the chains, and that has its whole, a completely different set of circumstances that are going to happen, and that's going to be a lot of fun to plan. So, first thing that can happen with the parachutes would be Lucille might notice them, depending on if they try something to be stealthy in the least. If she does notice, she will send a unit of 12 spined devils to intercept. That should be an appropriate flying battle. 12 spined devils coming in to take them out. However, joining the party against them will be the Philosophy Vrock. Oh boy, I can spell philosophy. So, during their travels in El Turel, the party found a Vrock, which is like a buzzard demon, a demon buzzard. That's pretty much what they are. Except this one had a thing for philosophy. And for some reason, that really, really rubbed right with the party, and they helped the Vrock. Can't exactly remember what they did. I could look back and find it. But they helped this Vrock, and the Vrock said that he would help them when they needed it. And he will notice them floating down, and the Spine Devils coming to intercept, so the Vrock will help them against the Spined Devils. Something else that I think might happen, depending, is that the rope that holds... Now remember, Matomi is a centaur. She's a big girl. Begins to unravel what to do. Let the party figure things out. In this situation, I'm gonna just state something is happening and ask how they rectify it. Now, of course, I might not do this depending on how the Spine Devil encounter goes, but we'll see. But I think I'd like to end the parachuting. Let me check something real quick. I would like to end the parachuting with a dex check, probably. Maybe 14, DC 14, to guide the parachute away from a large puddle of demon ichor. Now, demon ichor doesn't do much in most planes, but in the lower planes specifically, demon ichor has a mutation property to it. So if they land in the demon ichor, they could possibly get some sort of crazy mutation. The one I can think of off the top of my head is their eyes pop out of their body like they're snails. Gross. Excuse me. Now, specifically for Emerald, Emerald's climbing down the chains, and there is actually a part of this book we're going to go to right here. They have a whole section on climbing down. So I'm going to just copy that link. I'm going to just post that right here. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that. So I'll just do this. There we go. And then I can follow that link to get the rules for climbing. Now, Emerald isn't just going to be climbing. He's going to use his Echo, his little shadow demon he has. Each link of the chain connecting El Turel, the city, to the banks of the River Styx, each chain is about 30 feet long, which is how he can teleport and swaps places with his shadow. And he can do this 30 feet away, so that's what he'll be doing, is jumping to one, and then switching with his shadow, and then his shadow goes ahead, and then he switches with his shadow, so he's not actually going to be climbing. But just being in contact with these chains for a minute is enough for damage to happen, and he might even fall down. So, that's the strong start, is the sequence of them floating down, the fight, Emerald possibly falling, a whole lot of drama all at the beginning. So what other scenes might occur in this session? Now, this is a lot easier to come up with when you're running a campaign book. If you're running a completely homebrew campaign, this is completely up to you. But it's a lot easier because you kind of know, I mean, it tells you kind of, after this, you go to Fort Knucklebone. Alright, cool. So what scenes might occur? First scene would be a possible encounter with Lucille. So if they fall into where the devils and demons are fighting, the book says that you just die. That doesn't sound fun. So if someone ends up in the fighting, they will take damage. They will be hurt. Lucille will come forward to kill them, but after a moment's pause, will be stopped by a telepathic command from Bell. Bell is the former leader of Avernus, who was replaced by Zariel, and he's still very pissed about that. So Bell takes every opportunity that he can to find possible stooges that can do his dirty work for him, and that dirty work obviously is destroying Zariel. So he will command Lucille to let them pass, and Lucille will obey as he is her superior, but lets him know she will inform Zariel about this. Beautiful. Sets up Bell as this powerful, powerful devil, lets them not just end up dead, and sets up this like, oh, we're up against Zariel, and we know Bell does not like Zariel, so it gives them an in on a possible ally here in Avernus. Second scene, they would be meeting the Redcaps that are guarding... Nope, spelled that wrong. Guarding the gatehouse to Fort Knucklebone. I'll talk a little bit more about Fort Knucklebone a little later. It's just the home base of one of the warlords, a Mad Maggie, who I cannot wait for my players to meet. They will make them do ridiculous things to gain entry, though none of it is necessary. They're just jerks. Like, hop on one leg and then touch your toes, and then spin 2 times left. Yeah, they're assholes. It's gonna be fantastic. What else could they do? 3. They would be meeting Mad Maggie, the Night Hag. Night Hag warlord, who has a thing for Zariel lore. She's got a hard-on for that lore, let me tell ya. And it's the only in the party has. Luckily, she's a pretty fun character. I think my party is going to just listen to her. I mean, it's weird. She's a hag. She's obviously evil, but she's also pretty fantastic. The idea of the actual true story of a fallen angel just jives with Mad Maggie so much, and she'll help recover Lulu's memories so that she can get that sweet, sweet lore. But the ritual required to unlock the memories takes time to set up, which gives the party time to explore. So she meets Mad Maggie. She agrees to unlock Lulu's memories for herself, really, and says the ritual will take time to set up. Enjoy the fort in the meantime. So this is an encounter where they can wander around Fort Knucklebone talking to the various denizens. I think they're called the Knucklebones? That's a bad name, guys. They call themselves the Knucklebones. I mean, the bad guys will just call them boners. That's not good. How do you strike fear into the hearts of your enemies with a name that people can just be like, haha, there go the boners? I don't know. So, what else? I think the first thing that they're probably gonna do, because of the Kenkus that they just learned about in a vision that Grand Duke Ravengard was getting from Torm, that there were Kenkus that showed up when Lulu lost her memory. They might talk to the Kenkus that recognize her when they come into the fort proper. So they probably will talk to Chukka and Clonk. God, don't you just love Kenku names? They are the best. So they will talk to Chukka and Clonk, who will ask for some help repairing the Demon Grinder. Now, the Demon Grinder, in the book proper, says that you can just notice how it's broken if you roll a number and then fix it for them. That sounds very boring. So I will be taking... I got a supplement from DM's Guild that added a few things, and this is the one where you can notice that one of the Hezru spiked gears is broken, and the only way to replace it is by capturing a Hezru and collecting spines while it is alive. See, that's the thing. Hezrus are demons, and the thing about it is that when you kill a demon and you're not in the abyss, they just turn into ichor. And they don't need ichor, they need spines. So, there's going to be this whole encounter that... give me one sec. There's going to be this whole encounter where they go out in their own... it's an interceptor? I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me look and see. I'll open up the PDF. Now, Avernus, Peltorel, complete DM's bundle. Thank you. And then Fort Knucklebone, the Hezru hunt. Yes. So, basically, you go out in a scavenger and a Devil's Ride, which is like a motorcycle. There are two Hezru that you find that are kind of like staying together, and the whole encounter is you have to split them apart so you can get one, use the scavenger's claw to grab the Hezru and keep it up, and then harvest 3 spikes from it while it's still there, while the other half of the group is trying to keep the other Hezru from interfering in this. So that's going to be a whole lot of wonderful parts. Now, the beauty of this is you can help pretty much... there's a bunch of NPCs in Fort Knucklebone, and this supplement kind of adds quests for all of them, and they're in the book as well, but they're more fleshed out a bit in this supplement. Like this, where it adds a whole fun encounter using the Infernal War Machines, which I'm sure my party will have a lot of fun riding. I wish I was them. So that's what I think. That's about as far as they're gonna get. I think I always plot far more than they actually get to sometimes, and sometimes I underplot. You never really know sometimes. So, what secrets and clues might they uncover? I like to do between 5 and 6 of these, although 10 is probably a good number. These are things that they might uncover through different various ways. The first one being Bell is furious. He was replaced by Zariel and will slyly help adventurers he thinks will be able to unseat his rival. Perfect. Little secret clue. They can pick this up when they go down from Lucille. They could not pick it up. These are things that they can miss, and that's okay. It's okay to have more secrets and clues than your party finds. It makes the world feel mysterious. What secret or clue? Mickey, the flesh golem, has something stuck in his foot that's causing him great pain. It is a +1 all-purpose tool. It stepped on a screwdriver, an artificer's screwdriver, and it's stuck in there real fierce, and no one's helping him. He's hopping around. And they might be, if they actually notice that he's hopping around, they might be able to help him. He'll be very grateful. He'll definitely let... basically, there's all these NPCs that you can help out, and they'll let Mad Maggie know that you helped them, and then Mad Maggie might, give a little extra. Give you a little something on the side, depending on what you do, you know? Alright, secret and clues number 3. They might learn that the location of the sword, Sword of Zariel, is only known by Haruman, Olanthius, and Bell. These are the 3 people who were around when Zariel fell. These are the 3 people who know where the sword is being hidden. Haruman is a general from the Hell Riders who immediately joined with Zariel when she signed up against Asmodeus. Alanthus did not want to. He killed himself. And then, which I'm probably going to change. I don't have a scene like that. Alanthus rebelled against joining. He was killed and then brought back to servitude. And then, of course, Bell, which we all know by now. I'm going to be using the Avernus as a sandbox supplement so that it's not as railroady. So searching for these three will be a good portion of the next chapter. Mad Maggie knows someone who can find one of these three. Her cousin, Red Ruth, lives in the Bone Brambles. Yeah, I mean, this just leads them to new locations, lets them explore. It's a lot of fun. Just pointing them in directions. So this is only one of the people they can go to get information. There's quite a few, and they can get them from different sources. In fact, let's do Gargoth knows of the location of a diviner. Mordenkainen and his tower. He might be able to locate. There you go. That's another way that we can get them to someone with the right information. So Sandbox isn't more like just wander around aimlessly. In this case, it's here, I've given you a couple of names. You can go in a bunch of different directions. Pick one. Let's see. Now, here's something that I thought of today that I thought was really cool. I have already established that Emerald has multiple lives. Not multiple lives, it's more like he can remember his past lives. And we've already established through visions that one of his past lives was a Hell Rider who was in the original push with Zariel into Hell. I think I'm gonna make that person Haruman. I think that Haruman is a past life of Emerald. Now, he's lost his soul, and says it has, gone on to become Emerald. Loosey-goosey, timey-wimey, doesn't really matter. This will be fun. This will be an enjoyable thing to play with and tease. Have them eventually come upon a Narzugan who takes off his helmet, and it is Emerald, just with rounded ears. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. Let's see. The reason Lulu lost her memories is she poured all of her celestial being into creating the Bleeding Citadel. I think that's what it's called. To protect the sword. The Bleeding Citadel is where the sword is hidden. I think that's a good amount of clues. See, I have prepped a little bit for all of this. I didn't want to just, ramble on stream. So I did do some of this beforehand, just so I knew what I'm talking about today. Fantastic locations they might discover. Well, first off, there would be the chains of Elturel. Massive chains made of infernal iron, flakes of red dotting the pitted metal like blood clinging to a puddles of oil. I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not great at this creative writing stuff. I'll leave it at that. Pitted metal. There's spikes coming out of it in 1 foot intervals, making decent handholds. The chains do damage after once a minute. Okay. Fort Knucklebone. Fort Knucklebone. Top? I don't know. Is it top one word? I'll do it this way. Top a hill. A formation. Rocks. Looks like a crawling hand. Surrounded by a wall formed debris left over by destroyed infernal war machines and scrap metal. In the caves between the fingers lies Mad Maggie's vehicle bay. That bitch makes the best war machines. And then, if they do the quest, they could always run into the wastes. Well, actually, they're going to be hiking to Fort Knucklebone, so the wastes of Avernus. Hideous, orange-red clouds obscure the sky. The occasional meteor sails overhead, crashing into the ground. More frequently are the random balls of fire that scorch the land. The wind whips up the dust, stinging faces with hot, humid air. Well, let's make it dry. Just worse. Dry or humid air? I think humid. Dry air. Come on. That reeks of brimstone and burning tar. What an evocative image. Ugh. Ugh. Garbage. Alright. What NPCs might they meet? Well, if they fuck up real hard, they can meet Lucille, the Pit Fiend. Most loyal servant of Zariel. Albino white with a large eyeless helm. Actually, let's find a picture of Lucille. Lucille's pretty great. Lucille, the Pit Fiend. Yeah, look at this lady. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. Can't tell if you can see her. Can't really see from this angle, but she's gorgeous. Look at her. Look at that giant helm with no holes. How does she see you? You don't know, but she does. She does. Lucille, the Pit Fiend. Beautiful. They might meet her. Mad Maggie. Definitely will be meeting Mad Maggie. Night Hag Warlord who has infernal war machines. Wacky but evil. I have her like Devil Southern.
Why, hello there, everybody. It's absolutely wonderful to meet you. She's got such a wonderful voice. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for my party to meet her.
See, Mad Maggie is not. Wow, I just spelled everything wrong. Warlord, not warlock. Jesus, warlord, warlord. You can tell I type in the word warlock quite a bit. They could meet Mickey, the flesh golem. Can't speak. Kinda dumb. The butt of many jokes from the imps. It brings us to Chukka and Clonk. Jesus. 2 Kenku mechanics work for Mad Maggie. She calls them the Magpies. So, Clonk. No. Clonk is the bigger of the two. More silent. Wielding a Hellfire Warhammer. Chukka, which, by the way, Chukka and Clonk, I'm pretty sure, are just the written down versions of ways that the engines in the cars work. Chukka, 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 chukka. So I think they're actually just making those noises, and that's pretty great. I love Kenku. I hate Kenku. They're really hard to run properly, but in small doses, Kenku are the best. Chukka is more animated, irritable, and the main repairer on the base. He wields a silvered pike. There we go. Former master was Duragar. That way, if I wanted to, I could do a gruff voice for some of the words. I like to switch, like, every sentence. Like, sometimes they'll speak like Mad Maggie, sometimes they'll have the voice of the Duragar master. They might even pull out some other voices now and then. Always have a couple of voices or a couple of different... You don't even have to do crazy voices. You can just do different ways of inflections. That'll work just fine. They could meet Pins and Needles. The imps Mad Maggie's personal imps. Who she won them in a contest with a pit fiend. I don't know what the contest was, but that's what she'll say. She treats them really, really well. And they don't want any other master than her. Yeah, she treats them really, really nicely. And so they kind of have a loyalty to her that they wouldn't really get from any other devil or bad master. They like, oh boy, they like playing tricks on the red caps, but went too far. Yeah, they went a little too far, and now they want to murder one of the caps. Now here's the thing. All of this information I'm doing right now here on OneNote is all in conjunction with other things. These notes I will also be using with the book itself because it has whole sections on the things I'm talking about right now. So I might not be going too deep in my notes about certain quests, but it is all pieced together. in various ways. Someone else they can meet is Barnabas the Flame Skull. He was once a powerful wizard whose remains were defiled by his nemesis. Not his menesis, his nemesis. And his skull turned into a flame skull. He was used as payment for repairs to add. Is currently using illusion magic to hide the fact that one of his teeth is his tooth? How should I put that? One of his teeth was stolen by a red cat. Exclamation point. He is forgetful, but occasionally. So there. Few NPCs they might need. I am gonna set up a list of names in case they want to talk to the red caps. It's always useful to have a bunch of names. If you see on my DM screen over here, I have a bunch of names. I think it might just be right off screen for you guys. Sure. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, but I'm not using that right now. So, go back down to session 56 prep. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What monsters might they face? Well, they've got the Spine Devils while they're coming down from the city. They have the Red Caps or the Mad Caps, depending on which side quests they do. They have the Hezru, which don't forget about their stench. Give yourself little notes. Hezru have the stench trait, which means within 10 feet you have to make a roll, or you start gagging. If you pass it, you're immune to the stench from now on. Don't forget to use it. It'll be a little interesting to use in a car combat. Excuse me. I think that's it. Unless they really, really fuck up. I don't think they'd fight anything else. What magic items might they acquire? Well, if they help Mickey, they can keep the +1 all-purpose tool. So that's pretty much the end of that. I have one last thing I'd like to do. So first off, next to NPCs they might need, I will make a separate thing off to the side here. Which, let me see if I can. Let's just view. Oh, why did you do that? That's not right. Okay, what if I put you here? And then started something else over here. Beautiful. This is where I want. Let's do red cap name list. And then just let's have a couple of names. Doorop. I set up some names earlier, so I'm writing them down. Done. Gump. Maroon. Smaroon. Udo. Rio. D's. And if they ever make a comment on this man's name, I'm definitely making a D's nuts joke. It's gonna happen. Faz. Clagdus. And, Grubbled. That's enough. I don't think they're really going to talk to the Redcaps too much, but it's good to have a couple of names ready. Just because. Now, up here, I have another thing I would like to really write about, and that is the player for Feyre has just received 5th level spells, or not the player, but Feyre has just received 5th level spells, and she has informed me that she wishes to cast legend lore about the sword Zariel. So I want to have a little something written down for when she casts this spell, so that I can have it pop up in her head. So, legend lore sword Zariel. This celestial blade belongs to a fallen angel, Zariel. Crafted on the slopes of Mount Celestia. This artifact has been lost. The location known only to the location forgotten by all but 3. And that hints to the 3 people that they need to find. Lanthus, Harun, they don't need to find all 3. Each one will have different information. But, yeah. Beautiful. I also want to give them a little bit of a warning that this is a powerful item that when you attune to it, does some things. Legend says the sword chooses a builder. One who embodies bravery and heroism. Now, this is actually in the stat block. The sword is a sentient item that can communicate with feelings. It doesn't actually do words or anything, but it does choose, like Thor's hammer, it chooses its wielder. On top of that, those that choose to wield the sword are forever changed. They grow wings. They get glossy eyes, silvery covered eyes. They become lawful good. I mean, they gain new traits, new bonds, new ideals, new flaws even. They become a different person, and not every character might want that. So I want to give them a heads up before they even get close to this. They need to understand that if they do choose to wield the sword, it has its consequences. Their characters will never be the same, but it will be a new growth. The decision... Do I know how to spell decision? I did it. Decision to take hold of a tilt. 1 not to be taken. See, I think that's a good... Did not know how to spell decision. You heard it here first, folks. I don't know how to spell decision at the top of my head. That's okay. I think that should be enough for legend lore. It is a 5th level spell, but I don't want to just give her the stats of the blade. That'd be weird. I think this is what... Legend lore doesn't necessarily... It's a very finicky spell, legend lore. I think this is a good amount of information to give her. So I think that's where I'm going to leave. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave this little session. Honestly. It's been a great prep session. I love going over all of these things and coming up. It's in coming up with secrets and clues that I came up with Haruman being a past life of Emerald. I think that's amazing. I came up with that this morning. I think that'll be a lot of fun to play out. So doing these things, just a little bit of prep. You don't have to spend a ton of time prepping for your D&D game. I work a 40-hour job where I have to be outside most of the time, and it kind of sucks. And I still run 2 games a week. It's not too difficult to spend an hour of your day to do this. And that you don't really need much more than this. And that's beautiful. That's wonderful. So I think that's it for Dungeons and Dragons prep. So let's go to the screen. Hello, friends. How's everyone doing? Okay, let's see. Who's online? Is anyone I know online? No. None of the people I play with are online. Fantastic. Let's see. What should we do next, everybody? I mean, I'm done with you. Where's my obvious? There it is. Let's change the title to Dead by Daylight. Nah, let's change the title to I'm gonna die. Nah. Jill will survive. Or I'll cry. Dead by Daylight. Beautiful. Beautiful. Change the game to Dead by Daylight. Done. Backseating allowed. Done. Done. Awesome. Let's open up this game. I am disappointed in Winry has done this to me. Winry has made me play games. How dare. And transition. Okay. Beautiful. Let's turn you off, Windswept. I love you. Well, actually, maybe I can keep it playing. It's really, really low. Just really low in the background. Oh, yeah. Let's close this up. And in fact, actually, before we really get going, I am gonna go get some water, because I've been talking for an hour straight, and I'm a little bit parched. So, I'll be back. All right. Cool. Never really played killer by myself. Probably be really bad. I mean, I'd be by myself, obviously. But I've always played with friends. Should plays Jill. Yeah, beautiful. Jill, I think I can't get anything else. Yeah, I wanted that for 5,000. I have Kindred. Worn out tools. I like sabotaging. It's fun. Let's see, is there anything better that I have offering? Let's do moderate resistance luck. Now, guys, I'll be real here. I'm not good at this game. Whatsoever. So, let's find out. I'm ready. Why do I like this game? It's kind of interesting. I mean, the whole stealthing around, trying not to die while doing tasks. I don't know. There's something fun about being stalked, almost. That sounds weird. But, like, it's got this cool loop, this progression of go in, try not to die, get points, get stuff to be better at not dying, go back, try not to die again. And it's very satisfying, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought I wasn't gonna really enjoy this game, and here I am with the DLC character already. It's not great for my wallet, but, well, it's fun. I did enjoy the one time that I played as a killer. I might need to queue as a killer and see what that's like. I don't know if I'll have, anxiety of, just being online with a bunch of strangers and killing them as, say, the clown or Nemesis. Nemesis could be fun to play. I did play as Nemesis once with friends. That was quite fun. Hydrate. This is your remember this. Hydrate. That was the sound of delicious water. I don't really understand why I like this game. I have so many other games that I need to try out. I've barely put any time into Alien Fireteam Elite, and I really like the Alien franchise, so I really want to give that one a shot, but I just keep wanting to play this. I have a modded Minecraft server I want to stick some time into. We just started over again, and we're doing Direwolf 20's 1.16 pack. There's a lot of cool things in that I want to try. I'm near the end of... what is that game called? Control. I'm at the end of Control, and here I am instead. Oh well. I'll figure it out. Okay. Let me think here. I really do enjoy Control. I don't know if any of you have played it, but it is... if you know what SCP is, Secure, Contain, Protect? Secure, Contain, Protect, SCP? Man, if I'm getting that wrong, y'all are gonna sacrifice me, and I'm sorry. But, the SCP Foundation is a website where people... it's like a creative writing page where things are written in the style of, like, a government agency that controls, or contains paranormal objects or creatures, people, event. Ooh. Oh, I'm jumping into it, gang. This is my first... Oh, got one person with me. Okay. Okay, it's Wolfgang. Now let's ready up. Oh boy. There's another person. Hello there, Wilhelmy. I'm ready. Oh, so it's Wolfgang. Adam, Francis, and Dwight. And me. I'm Jill. Jill Valentine. Dun dun. It would be great to have somebody listen. So, as I was saying, Control is like... It's like that. It's like the SCP universe. And the storyline is really great. I just haven't been able to finish it. I started the... it's connected with the Alan Wake video game series. Oh, hello there, David King. Liz 47650. Welcome to the party. I just started the Alan Wake DLC, where you begin hearing Alan Wake in your head, I think? I don't know. Oh. Something's gonna kill us. For anyone watching that knows Winry, she went on a date, and it went well. Go Winry! Ooh, the nurse. Blinking. Escape. So she'll blink, get tired. Okay. Blink and she gets tired. Okay. Let's turn this on. Gaming lights have been achieved. I'm letting her know that I just told the internet that it went well. Offerings are consumed. Okay, family residence. The Yamaoka estate. Yamaoka. Okay, something right here. Beautiful. I don't think I've ever played this map before. So I don't know if she's got her own special... Okay, that's a person. Hi, person. You gonna help me? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we're making this generator work beautifully. Man, I'm surprised I haven't fucked up yet. I'm normally really bad at these skill checks. But then again, this is the third time I played this week. Maybe I'm actually starting to not suck. I don't think so, though. Ooh, that's 2 great skill checks in a row. Okay, that jinxed me. Oh, now we gotta run. Now we gotta fucking run. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh man. This must be a huge map, because I haven't seen them yet. Or they're just AFK. That would suck. It'd be really unfortunate if you were just AFK. Oh, that almost sucked. It could just be really bad. Maybe I'm used to... I was playing with a lot of high-rank people last night, and the killers were really scary. They knew the game really well. Maybe it's because I'm playing with people that are my rank. Oh, fuck. Okay. Interesting. That happened. Okay. How did I survive? Okay. I know she can't hear me. It's not like, you know, there's talk, but I feel like I have to be quiet. Okay, someone fucked up on the generator. Or finished a generator. I think that was a finished generator. Ooh. Oh, someone's been hooked. Where you been hooked? Okay. You're so far from me. Beautiful. And that guy... They're going to each other. Perfect. Good job. Teamwork makes the dream work, everybody. Get that hooked man off. Yes. Yes. Okay. This one's done. Let's sabotage this hook. Fuck you, Hook. I'm your master now, Mr. Hook. Okay, one more left. I don't hear my heart beating, so that's good. Okay, I haven't fucked up a skill check yet. Although I may have just screwed myself by saying that out loud. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Well, that's a shame. Well, I mean, I could have run. I could have run. Come on. Oh, there's a hook. Oh, you run, friend. Don't. Escape. Escape. Oh god, don't run to that guy. Don't lead the ghost over to the... Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, yes. Heal. Heal me. Heal me. Yes. And I'm already halfway healed because of my perk. Beautiful. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here, friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Keep an eye out. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Bye. Okay. That work? Yes. Yes. We're bold. We're bold and beautiful. Oh god, that guy over there needs help. That guy needs help, Sabotage. Where'd he go? Oh. Oh, there he goes. Wiggle, bud. Oh no. It's time. The time is running out. I need to open the door. Spomp. Yep, just start making noise. guys? Oh, they went out the other door. Okay.
Sweet. Sweet.
Was not expecting to escape that badly. Nice. I unhooked some people, I think. Did I unhook? Did we get that? Got 20,000. Nice. Ooh, look, my rank progression is doing stuff. I think. Okay. I'm gonna go upgrade my stuff. Take that shit. And then I'm gonna... Doot. Okay. Level 14 now. Okay. Small game. I think that's good. The perks... I don't care about the offer. Not really. Although the escape cake is pretty great too. Fuck. Oh, I don't have enough. Aw, darn. Aw, darn. Huh. Do my add-ons get used, or do I put them back on? Okay. Do I have a better... Ooh. And a box container. Unlocks the sabotage, increases sabotage. Do I want to use that, though? I'm going to use the crappy one for now, until I feel like I'm better at the game. Yeah? I think that's solid. Wait until I'm better at the game to use the better things, so I don't lose it when I ultimately die. Oh, excuse me. I think she was AFK for like the first half of that game. I think that's what happened with the nurse. What should we talk about today? Let's see. I'm looking forward to the new D&D book that's coming out. Which one is next? We have Strixhaven, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad that Wizards has turned away from the idea of having a subclass that multiple classes can get. I really like the idea. I hope they don't stay away from the idea. I just don't think it was implemented the right way with the Strixhaven subclasses. God, what is the name? There's Fizzbands, there's Strixhaven, and there is... Oh, Wild Beyond the Witchlight! Yes! I definitely am looking for... I cannot wait for that to come out. In my Friday game, one of the characters, if you were here for our DM prep earlier this evening, is Emerald. He is from the Feywild, and this adventure, being written by Wizards of the Coast, takes place in the Feywild. And hopefully, like Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus or Waterdeep Dragon Heist, it hopefully will have a section on running games in the Feywild, like those had for running in their various cities. So that would be really good to have a nice, concrete lore on the Feywild that I can borrow for the eventual arc where my party goes to the Feywild and deals with Emerald's backstory stuff. And I feel like that's when I'm going to really, really dive headfirst into homebrew. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope. I mean, I'm a relatively new DM. I've only been doing this since 2019, I think, halfway through 2019. Hey, there was D&D prep here. You missed the D&D prep. I did D&D prep for an hour and 15 minutes. There's a whole hour of D&D prep that you missed. I'm so sorry. I know, it's not the clickety-clacks, but it is still fun. We spent the hour prepping my Avernus game, which is... Oh, I love it so much. So many crazy things can happen in Avernus. I'm very much looking forward to them exploring the wastes and dealing with the different warlords. I'm really liking DMing. It's a lot of fun. Wow, queue's going real fast now. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. I played in a game with some friends, and then I ran a couple of one-shots, and then I started a campaign, and that campaign is still going. We're playing session 38 on Saturday for that group, and then in my second group that I started, we play a little bit more regularly. We're on session 56. I'm loving DMing. Telling a story with friends and having that story just completely change before your eyes is so much fun. And then, you know, now I'm playing this game. I just got into it because a friend of mine plays quite a lot. Oh, great. Ghostface. You can reveal him when in a close proximity if you look at him for a short duration. Huh. Okay. So, if you notice him, stare at him. Okay. Oh. But yeah, I can't imagine a world where I don't DM it. I mean, I have one game that's... this is on Steam. I've got the Steam copy. I just got a decent computer, so I'm able to play games again, which brings joy to my heart. Yeah, I just started like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, a week ago. I'm still really bad, but it's still a lot of fun. Something to do to wind down after work and D&D prep. So much D&D prep. Just pages of it. Pages. Okay. Oh, this is the place with the cow guts. That's how I remember it. All right. Is there a... Okay, you know what? Go outside. Let's go here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I don't see Ghostface. That sneaky bastard could be anywhere. Okay. So I wonder how short his terror radius is. I do a bit of both. I like to prep a lot of things, but in the end you have to be ready to go loosey-goosey. Who's here? Who's here? I heard him. Shoot. He's like right there. Is he just leaving him on the floor? What? Oh, you're doing... Oh, shoot! Yeah, you gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared for anything to happen and to... Oh, I should have... fuck you. You can't use that shit. Deal with it. Little shit. Can't deal with this one either. So as much as you'd like to plan for everything, you really, really can't. So you have to... Oh. Well, that's not good for me. Oh, shoot. Oh. Well, yeah. Oh, are you not chasing me? Run. Run. Oh, I was trying to heal you. Wait, what? What just happened? Did he leave? What just happened? So, yes, I planned for a few things, and honestly, the players can fuck everything up. I once had an encounter where a young blue dragon was just gonna, you know, scare the group. It rolled in, and I had to deal with the fact that they were ready for this dragon. They had a plan in case this dragon showed up, and they executed it to the best of their ability. They stunned it out of the sky using arrows coated in carrion crawler mucus. I was very proud, but also I was not ready for the main bad guy of my entire little arc in the beginning to be murdered in such a ruthless and uncaring way, so far from his horde. Oh, was not expecting that. But, you know, you gotta respect your players. You gotta roll with the punches. It's a small game. I know that key is cool, but I think the cake is better. There we go. Level 15. I have a new perk slot! Now I have to make decisions, and everything's very expensive. Ooh. Ooh. I need that. Oh! Huh. That's not the one I'm using, right? No, it's not. Shoot. I can pick a new perk. Resilience. That would be good. Blast Mine is pretty great. I do like Blast Mine. Kind of screws over the killer. Actually, I don't think I'm going to play for much longer. I just looked at the time. It's already past 1 o'clock. I was not expecting time to fly by that quickly. Yeah. So let's switch over to picking a game. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the stream. Sorry if you missed out on the DM prep earlier in the evening. You can catch the VOD here on the stream or on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/renfailed. Feel free to follow. It's been a wonderful evening. Tomorrow we will not be streaming. It will be a little stream blackout. Not really is going to matter much for me, but, you know, solidarity.
It's
not
cool.
cool.
For me.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Avernus. That's first time I've gotten to see the little notification while I was looking at the screen. Perfect. That was awesome. Yes, we will not be streaming tomorrow because of the lack of response by Twitch following all of the hate bots that have been flooding people of color's Twitch channels, so we'll not be streaming tomorrow. Thursday, we will be streaming Divinity Original Sin 2 with Dylan, Winry, and Eric. That should last a couple hours. And then probably a couple of surprise streams around the weekend. But until then, that's it for me. See you later.